This is a Hardball Gets AFL show. My name is Nick Rinn, joined by Xavier Ellis and Ryan Daniels. And, of course, we are brought to you by Tab Touch. Got the touch? Download the Tab Touch app today. Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
Well, Rinny, since you've just done the Tab Touch read, let's just dive straight into our same game multis. We do each week. You can find our same gamers under the trending bets on each game. Now, unfortunately, lads, it's been a familiar state for us on a Monday. But again, and I know, Rhino, you got up last week, but again, we fell well short of the mark. Just quickly going to go through them. Ryan Daniels, your multi was short in terms of legs and it was shit in terms of outcome. Jack Martin didn't get 15 disposals.
14.
And Tom Green also didn't get the 30. So
How many times does that happen?
That's a shame for you. Over to you, Rinny. Your multi was in the Fremantle v Hawthorn game. Nathan O'Driscoll did not get 20 disposals, and Luke Jackson did not hit the scoreboard. And for me, the Western Bulldogs v Adelaide, James Peatling did not find the football 15 times, and Bailey Dale could not stumble into it 25 times. So there's the couple that we slaughtered. So
it's rare that like an inside midfielder can't get 15. Can't just stumble over 15.
Nah.
Who's your inside midfielder there?
Peatling.
Oh, yeah, but he's not like the main inside midfielder.
Yeah, but he doesn't go anywhere. Like, he doesn't go many other places.
True. You know what? My shoulders are already sore because I feel like I'm carrying this podcast today.
Baloney.
It's not quite a
Rabbit.
carry. I think you're down there with us. You've just got like two.
No, I'm good.
I think he's about to refer to
No, I'm not
something
talking
else.
about the multis. I'm talking about this man. I can
state.
smell.
Can you smell me?
I can smell you. He always kind of is in the same vibe. Like I'm never quite sure where he's at in terms of hangovers, recovery, stoned.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on over here ever. But you, I can tell the difference. When you're bad.
Well, I'm not bad, but I'm not great, if that makes sense.
Couple of wineries, couple of
we're down in Dwelling Up.
You actually went.
Yeah. Went along Dwelling
with
Up.
the family.
Yeah, I tell you what, if you're getting married, anyone out there getting married,
Here we go.
I'll give you a venue recommendation.
Oh, here we go.
Red Gum Winery in Dwelling Up. An hour out of town.
Supporting small business owners.
Guess who took a couple of bottles home?
No, certainly not. I paid for everyone's tab yesterday, actually.
Geez, must be nice. All right.
Well, by the end, when you're going to cut it up into thirds and whatnot.
You just paid the bill.
We were staying with guests. I was like, well, we're a guest of yours, so we owe
How many people?
So you didn't pay accommodation?
No. I saw a photo. I reckon there was 16.
That's irrelevant, but
No. So let's go to the number. So this is just for lunch and drinks. So let's go. Are we talking over 500? We would be. 16 people.
Do you remember
Kids.
2 weeks ago when you sat here and be like, does anyone else feel broke? I'm starting to I think we might have found the cause.
Did we hit four numbers?
And then
over 1,000.
No, shit, no. And
Just
then,
under.
Yeah, no,
About
it's irrelevant, mate. We had a great time.
It's not irrelevant.
And then got in the car this morning and my accountant Rex hits me with an email. Hey, mate, unfortunately, you're going to have to give back some of your tax refund to the ATO. You have a Div 293 tax payable for X amount. Great news, Rex.
Also, how many accountants are named Rex?
We mate Rex. West Coast Cowan.
I was going to say, where'd you find him?
Yeah.
Old Hale boy, top end of town.
Of course
righto.
he is. Rex.
Oh, Rexy.
His full name, or is that a nickname?
No, his full name would be Rexenald or something like that.
it'd be
Reximus the third.
Shut up. Let's get going because
you need a bed.
No, bull dust. I want to get out there and I'm going to go for a run after this.
No, you're not.
Oh, please.
Oh, you are not.
Don't do it.
Mate, when you're hurting.
You couldn't bend down last week.
No, when you're already hurting, you may as well hurt more, is what I think.
Is that the theory?
I
Dr.
reckon.
Zave.
Okay.
But rather than feeling great, then going to feeling like shit, if you're feeling like shit, you may as well add to it, I feel.
Yeah, true. That's fair. Let's dive in. Zave, do you want to kick us off?
All right, let's start with Collingwood, the top of the table side, as I just quickly get my notes up.
He's had time to do notes and everything.
Brief notes. Dan Houston, he's not going anywhere near as what they would have expected at Collingwood.
Strange, isn't it?
He's in his last 9 games, he's had over 20 disposals once. He's had 20 disposals 4 times this year. Last year, he had over 20 15 times, and the year before that, he had over 20 18 times. He's had it once in the last 9 weeks. He's going like a busted ass. And just quickly, that trade that went through, it was touted a mega trade. It was Dan Houston and pick 58, and then they gave up a first-round pick, and I thought the timing was good because Richards at Port Adelaide was good.
Yep.
John Noble and pick 39. So first, pick 39, John Noble and Joe Richards in that trade for Dan Houston. I don't think it's going very well. I don't think he feels part of it or comfortable. And that takes time if you do change clubs, but they would have expected much, much, much
Do
more.
we forget sometimes that footy, because there's so many players on the ground, it's all about chemistry, team. It's not a stars. It's not like the NBA where you can change a whole franchise with one guy or two guys.
It takes time. We took Shea Bolton, 10 weeks?
Yeah,
looked like he was comfortable?
Do we overthink these things? Go, Dan Houston's going to change everything. He's going to be the same Dan Houston no matter which team he's playing in. So many times we see players, they're not the same version of themselves when they change teams. Some are better, some are worse.
18 times in 23 out of a 20 and 15 times last year. He's had it once in 9 weeks.
Well, let's just marry up two parts of that trade. This year, so on the balance of form this year,
John Noble or Dan Houston.
Yeah, but
John
also
Noble.
Collingwood's top of the ladder.
Yeah, I know.
So they'd argue, well, he's doing what we want him to do.
And he might be happy just doing less.
Yeah, it's
sure
weird.
He's happier than he would be at Port, being where they are.
And where they'd look to him every time.
He's probably getting paid very, very well. This is the thing about
Joe Richards yesterday too against West Coast kicked 2 goals through. That's 23.
His game.
His game.
It's probably his best game.
It was his best game by a million miles in his career. But that game is better than anything Dan Houston's put on the park this year.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we haven't had one where it's been.
Well, Dan
and I think too,
he's the Dan Houston.
I think
game.
and we also haven't got Kane.
Talking up Dan Houston.
Yeah, we don't hear that.
Yeah, that's true.
Best kick in the comp.
Well, let's go to the team that played against them, Gold Coast.
Oof.
So I watched this whole game and I was like, I don't really know how to feel about it after, because Collingwood, it was weird, right? 0 goals, 11.
We had some shit footy again over the weekend.
They missed some absolute shockers, like dead in front, spraying kicks, lost by a kick. On the positive side for Gold Coast, Noah Anderson, take a bow, far out. That was as good a goal as you'll see this year in terms of the stakes at the moment.
Also, Nick Dacos, maybe watch your man a little bit.
Well, that was the funny thing, because I heard Craig McRae talk post-match about that stoppage. Yeah. And then I went back and watched the stoppage, and it was clear it was Nick Dacos. He went that way.
Go with him.
Yeah, but if they're not man on man, if they're protecting a part of the pie,
but you're winning.
You don't follow.
But you're trying to save the game, aren't you? At that point, if you're Collingwood.
Well, that doesn't matter. Like you're either man on man or you're like a zone. Like you have a piece of the pie.
Did you watch that back?
Yeah, I saw Nick Dacos sit at the front of the stoppage. Don't get me wrong, and Noah Anderson flew through it.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, that would be a pass on to someone who's sitting at the other side of the stoppage.
But there was no one.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, the way they do their centre bounces, you don't follow players around all the time.
I think we could say Friday night footy on the Gold Coast. Great.
Tick.
Don't care where it's played, just play it.
Yeah, so let's put Essendon on this week.
If it's 2 good teams.
Let's put Essendon and then Carlton. Is Carlton on the Thursday?
Probably.
Yes. No, Friday night definitely Gold Coast work, but it needs to be a big club because they're still not going to fill it.
Oh, Friday night.
Or just 2 really good teams. Like they have to be 2 top 4 teams.
Yes, great.
They can play Gold Coast, Essendon there
if
this
only
week.
We had,
shit.
If only we had the ability to manipulate those fixtures after 18 rounds or something.
Funny that, isn't it?
If only.
It's funny that we almost need it even later.
Yeah,
because everyone's clamouring for we need to get tickets, we need to book flights, and so they want it earlier and earlier. They got out of jail a little bit, the Suns, but who cares? You got the win at the end of the day. It doesn't matter. That'll probably be finals for them now.
They're finals.
That was the one that you circled when you were doing the predictor as if they can win that, because they've got a couple of easy ones coming later. They're in.
It's funny, isn't it? Like if it was the flip side, we say, they got out of jail, but if it was the flip side and it was Collingwood, it'd be like, they did it again. They clawed their way back. But for the Suns, it's but it's the way. There's nothing wrong with it.
The 0 goals 11. They gave up the big lead and then they won. It just afterwards it felt like shit.
Random
Suns.
Collingwood
should have won that game based on the entire second half and the calamity of the first half.
And a random question: what's Suns' strength? What's their first thing that goes on the whiteboard? What's their best thing the Suns do?
Do you mean in terms of personnel, or
don't know? Just what do the Suns do? What is the best thing that the Suns
have? Matt Rowell and Anderson.
Have those two boys.
Those two, isn't it? Yeah.
Tuke Miller injured as well.
Okay, well let's go over. So if you forget what happened over the weekend, if you didn't know this, and I told you Bontempelli was going to have 37, 12 tackles and 8 clearances, how much do you think the Dogs will win by?
Yeah, no, you're right. I'd say 4 goals.
Well, that is how good Adelaide are.
Oh, you've curveballed it.
Turn it around.
Swerve.
They have just gone bananas.
So excited.
I was up and about.
He's written it down word for word because he kept looking at his page.
His script. You had a script.
Double check. Well, I had to check what the stats were.
I'll do this sentence and then
I'm going to hit him with a curver.
Shock him.
I'm going to shock him. ...
Pause for effect.
Chuck that in the script. 11 goals from the big 3-headed monster up forward. Dan Curtin. I feel like Dan Curtin is like...
2 of us really believed in him.
Imagine having like a good season, and then you've got this rookie who you're playing to make like he's doing enough, and you're getting the minutes into him. Then all of a sudden he just goes bananas in the back straight.
What is he rising star? Has he left his run too late?
Oh,
it's hard.
I reckon that rising star race is a little more open than people
Dan
think.
Curtin's
I know
now.
Ashcroft's such a heavy favourite.
No, he's not.
Was he
no,
not
he's
out?
not.
Is he out?
Levi is $3. Dan Curtin's $3.75.
What's Murphy Reid?
Murphy Reid can't win it.
But if you
$7.
And,
Murphy
and
Reid
Archie
ends-
Roberts would be the other one.
Yeah, $6.
Yeah.
So what's he tracking toward? Murphy Reid's tracking toward is that 25 goals, 25
He hasn't.
assists, right?
Yeah, but he hasn't had.
He's had two games where he's been.
yeah.
Anyway, top 2 finishes loading for the Crows.
Dan Curtin, my
Who,
goodness.
Who gets the Brownlow votes from that game?
The thriller, please. No, but they don't like forwards.
Dawson, maybe.
Bond? I think Bond still
Maybe
gets
Bond, yeah.
Bond
Bond might
still
get
gets
the
the 3,
three.
doesn't he?
Maybe 3.
But Bond has a
Yeah.
history of getting stiffed.
Yeah.
Like he's done something to umpires over the journey. Like he gets close enough, but there's always some games you're like, oh, please.
Yeah, true.
I reckon Bond
might
might
get
get
one.
the 3. No, Bond will get the 3, Thriller 2, and I think Jordan Dawson had a great
Are
game.
you,
Dawson was
at the
unbelievable.
point now where you believe in Dan Curtin? Are you on now?
I believe in Dan Curtin as a wingman, yes.
Yeah, I love him
Yes.
as a wing.
Yes.
Love how he always puts that last sentence.
As a wingman.
As a
Can't-
wingman.
Just can't believe in him in general.
Who was
Well-
there someone in the game was like, oh, but he's better used forwards. Like, no.
No, he's not.
Leave
They've done
him
that.
there.
They've
doing
done that.
really
He's
well with what
headless.
he's
What are you
Yeah.
watching?
Okay.
Big last quarter, Dan Curtin too. 9 disposals when the whips were cracking.
When it mattered.
Let's go to the Giants. Is Cadman?
Can we just wind back? Can we extend that? Adelaide Crows. So remember when that draft was happening live and West Coast were furiously trying to trade up to get
Yeah.
Dan Curtin, and so were Adelaide with GWS from memory. And they went with the Adelaide trade. And I remember at the time, and you weren't the only one, but a lot of people were relieved that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Now, what ended up happening with the pick that West Coast were going to trade was that they traded it anyway, part of the Liam Baker stuff.
Yes.
So-
which I was dead against that.
You're dead against that
Dead
too.
against
So it was
that.
piling on top of the pile.
Yes.
But in hindsight, would they have just been better to pull
So what
that
pick
trigger?
was it? What pick was it?
Was it
I think it
6 or 8? Started at 6 and went to 8. Did
yeah,
it?
68.
Was it West Coast? Wasn't their first? Wasn't their
They were
first
training
pick?
their future first, so it was pick 3.
Yeah, and where they finished last year.
So it was pick 3.
Pick 3.
that they ended up moving on.
Yeah, yeah.
So they were going to move that
Yeah.
for Dan Curtin.
Yeah, he ended up at 8.
Yeah, so pick 3 was what.
So
what
right
the pick
now
was
they'd
gonna
have
be.
Curtin,
Yeah, and they would have
and
given
but
away.
they probably wouldn't have Baker, or they would have had to do that a different way.
Well, I'd rather have Curtin than Baker.
Yeah.
Well, you'd probably still have both,
100%.
but you would have had to give up. Maybe you wouldn't have had the pick to give Richmond. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean, but I
I feel like hindsight is going to tell us that they should have done that. I
And he
mean, they
would have
tried
been-
to do it, but it would have been better for them if they had
Well,
done it.
where would he have been played?
Well,
Well, he would
Jagger-
have played from the start on the ball.
we can't.
forward,
We
back.
also can't do the debate until you know what Jagger Smith is, which was
all
pick
the
3.
different what ifs.
Well, Jagger Smith was pick 3.
No,
So
no,
of
that
all
was
the
different. That was an
scenarios-
extra. Oh, sorry.
No, that was it.
That was
For
the
all
draft.
the scenarios for that pick was get Dan Curtin, keep the pick and trade it for Liam Baker, or keep the pick and draft Jagger Smith.
At the moment, I'm still waiting to see what Jagger Smith does.
Wait, no. That was a different draft.
That was the
Nick, we
future
know that.
first.
We
The
know that.
future,
They
okay,
chose
sorry,
the
wait,
future
okay.
first. Stay with us.
I'm
You can
here.
do it.
I'm
Okay.
here.
That was it.
Glad you extended on the confusing part for Nick.
Can
Let's
we
go.
extend again just for Nick? We just need to explain
Just
it.
until I get to the bottom of
Let's
it.
go to the Giants. Cadman, he's just re-signed for another 4 years.
Oh,
The day before, I heard him interviewed yesterday. The day before, his old man, who must be his manager, was on the piss with Dave Matthews, and they agreed to it over a few beers or something.
Old man being your manager
Well,
is
post-
so early 90s, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but post game, his old man was like, "Shit, may have gone one day early on this." Anyway, so Cadman, we've seen enough of it. He's done it a couple of times now against Brisbane and against Geelong.
That was flex. Did you see the
Oh,
flex?
those big cobras. Are we confident? How confident are we that Cadman might join
I'm
the
there.
thriller?
I'm there.
There, 100%.
I've seen enough.
He's there.
We're in good
Not there
hands.
yet, but getting there.
We're in good hands. Key forwards got Darcy, Thriller, Cadman, Tracy.
Yeah.
I'm
Even
probably-
Logan Morris.
Yeah, it is slightly different.
He's
but
a pace below,
yeah,
and he's not
slightly,
as sexy.
Well, just the size below. Size
Yeah.
below. But geez, we're in good hands going forward.
No, agree.
Caddy.
Nate
Yeah.
Caddy.
Caddy in there
he
as
needs
well.
to show me a little bit more.
Yeah, of course.
When's
But
the baby?
Cadman's been around a lot longer, obviously. So we're big on Cadman. We think he's going to be a top 5 key position forward.
I think so.
Okay,
Jed
well,
Walter.
like
Did you say Walter?
I didn't say once because we
haven't seen
it.
enough
Yeah,
of
but I said there was
Walter.
a couple
I know
of
the talents.
moments.
I know
haven't
the
seen
talents.
it. It hasn't done that this side.
George-
No,
Giardi's?
Georgiades.
he's not in that conversation.
Kick 7.
Playing pretty well.
Yeah, I know. He's playing well, but he's not in that conversation.
Put
Just
that on
quickly,
the list.
Just quickly, pick 44, who I really like, and he's
Logan McDonald?
No.
Joel Amati.
Joel Amati.
No West Australian key forwards ever, please.
Georgiades is out because he's West Australian.
No, like Georgiades is the best of them by miles.
Jake Waterman. He's coming into his own.
Fonte, pick 44 from Claremont.
Yeah.
Oh, we do like
He's smooth.
Yeah.
Like he does, watch him closely, but it does he did a couple of blind turns on the weekend.
Did you see that one where he's on the halfback flank and he went that way and they all went that way? And he turned around.
Did a blind turn. He then got mauled a couple of times, but I think Fonte's a player. I think he stays in. I think I want to see him play 25 games in a row. He looks like a nice, neat boy. He reminds me of
he's very Claremont.
Well, yeah, but not the way he plays.
He's first cousins with Ella Roberts. West Coast, absolutely.
There you go.
There you go.
He reminds me really quickly of Tim Taranto in his first year when he was like really clean cut and the dark hair. Looks like a real nice boy.
They're the types that he likes.
But then Taranto came back from pre-season with like a bikie sleeve all over him. I was like, oh shit.
Well, now there's
didn't read that one.
They can get a sleeve done in a day these days, so they can completely change
Where's
themselves.
your tattoos? You were going to get a sleeve.
One on the shoulder, one on the no, I don't want.
I remember it was a dot.
But
I just got one little.
But weren't you going to add to it?
Yeah, it's coming.
That's not even.
I've got to work my way through it, mate. I need to build up
it's
enough
not a
chips at
tattoo.
home.
All right, let's do this now. Fremantle, the Dockers. Hold on, let me just get to this bit
You've got
first.
printed
As
out
a
notes.
proud major sponsor of the Fremantle Football Club, Woodside has accepted the challenge of supporting local footy at all levels, from grassroots to greatness, so it can thrive throughout WA. Woodside, Australia's leading energy company. All right, beat the Hawks by 13, currently 8th. I did this for most teams and then I just scrapped it at some point. They've now won 7 of their last 8. That game was a finals-like feel going in, and the game was played like a
Yeah, it was
that
finals
tough.
footy.
How many tackles was it? Most tackles Freo's had in 10 years, and similar for Hawthorn. Like, unbelievable
100
game. Just
A
congested.
lot of fumbles because the conditions were conducive
and
to,
the pressure
to tackles
as well. And it was a lot of like, once it's in your 50,
Yeah.
keep it there until you could score,
Yeah,
and then get it down the end. It was a great game of footy to watch. It was a really good game to be a part of in terms of covering it. Interesting stuff that I noticed on social.
Did you cover it?
For 7? Yeah, we did it.
Was it just here, or was that the big team come over?
No, we did. Local team.
Yeah.
Andrew Whelan on Twitter, who does some good stuff with stats, and he posted a ladder of teams against the top 9 and versus the bottom 9.
Yeah, how about the doggies?
Really bad. So
Yeah.
Fremantle are 5-2 against the top 9, which is the best in the AFL.
So
really
they
good
lost to
against
Geelong and they lost to
Collingwood.
Collingwood.
Yeah, that's
In a closey over here.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Pies are 5-3, the Crows are 3-5, and the Hawks are 3-5. The Bulldogs are the worst. They're 1-7 against the top 9 teams. Versus the bottom 9, the Pies, Dogs, and Crows are 9-0.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can. Pies will beat all the bad teams, but
Yeah.
the Crows and Dogs, I'd be a bit nervous about that.
Look at Rinny perk up. Hang
Nine
on.
and
Well,
zero.
Crows just beat up on the sides they need to beat up
At
on.
Freo are 6-4, 2 of those are to the Swans by a combined 14 points.
Yep.
So they've got a bogey side, the Swans. Sam Switkowski was unbelievable in
he's
that
good.
game. Every single thing that Freo did that was good, he was part of either the chain or
Yeah.
he kicked the goal or he was the pressure guy. He gets written off as because of that champion data thing when they called him elite and everyone, he's not elite.
Correct.
The things that he does do are elite for what he does. It's just a very small role.
Yeah.
But my God, you could see the importance of linking everything
No,
up.
I don't
Hey.
dream of fast twitch fibres that fast.
Oh,
my
But
fibres don't
imagine being
twitch.
that small to pick up the ball too, though. Like,
yeah.
it just
No.
makes life easier.
And good to see him get on the end of it. Kick 3
No, he
as
kicked
well.
3 good ones and 3
Justin
important
Longmuir,
times.
I've had enough of the noise now. Like, that was a really good coach.
Call someone out.
7 out of 8. No, I'll call everyone out because they were all at it. So King started it, and Justin Longmuir had a crack at King, which was quite funny, I thought. But then you saw it on every show.
But it was still the conversation was that Fremantle don't make the finals. I don't think you'd get sacked regardless. But the talk was if they don't make the finals.
Just do the same for everybody is the fair thing. 7 out of 8 is pretty good.
Well, just on top, I was thinking about it walking in.
Not many teams have won 7 of 8.
Clarko, for example, has copped way more heat at North Melbourne than Brad Scott
Correct.
at Essendon.
Yes.
Like, how's
I reckon Longmuir has copped more heat than Voss.
I don't get how. Yeah, anyway, some coaches just
It's
don't.
funny
see
that. It's funny that Andy Brayshaw, by the way, too, with the blood streaming down.
Oh, how good.
How's that for an iconic shot that'll be remembered forever?
I didn't see it. I'd left on the siren.
Quick, Corey Wagner, very good. And Sean Darcy, 2 big goals in 2 close games. Hats off to the big fella.
Was that Sean Darcy 2 goals? What did you say?
So
Sorry.
he kicked one set shot under the pressure, and then he did it a couple of weeks ago
Yeah.
as well.
No, he didn't.
Hats off to him.
All right, we'll go the other side. Hawthorn, imagine you're Sam Mitchell playing a game against a team who has a very taggable good player. You bring in a tagger And then all of a sudden, is he trying to play too many mind games? And then he starts in as a sub.
I knew he'd do that. I knew Sam Mitchell would do that because he names McGuinness so that Freo go,
he's gonna tag him.
Who's he going to go to? Probably Clark.
Yeah.
Likes to play far forward. And I was like, I bet he names him the sub.
Well,
I bet he names him the sub.
He
He's
did it
done
last
before.
year. He did
Dacos.
He did the Dacos thing.
Sometimes when they're playing chess and you're playing checkers, you get
Look, that
checkmate.
game was a great
Got a
game.
good one?
Anyone could have won it. Freo were better in the last quarter. But that was a really good game of footy.
Yeah.
Is it-
But again, like, why don't you just, like, it's been proven that
Yeah.
Caleb Sarong struggles with the tag.
Yeah,
How
I
would
didn't
that-
think
would you
Caleb
have
was.
done it?
Yeah, I would have, but I didn't think Caleb was that influential on the night.
No,
No,
Yeah.
he was good in moments.
He wasn't.
But
He wasn't
the best player.
No,
in the
not.
group.
It wasn't
He's
in
probably-
the top 5.
No, but
Yeah, no, but
he won't
still.
get coaches' votes. I don't
No,
think.
he won't
but,
get any.
But he was a solid.
So I would have
contributor.
tagged him, yes, and I
Yep.
probably would have tagged Clark.
Your
Well, you
man.
know that. I
Well,
probably,
yeah.
I say it quietly because I know he doesn't like it.
You just say it everywhere.
I would have tagged Jordan Clark. But they don't tag halfbacks. So it's just their theory, the way they do it. I suppose if they win that game, which they could have, everyone goes, oh, well, no need to have tagged Caleb Sarong.
Yeah.
They lose and then it should have tagged Caleb Sarong. But it's
What they get up? They were leading by 13 at one point, I think.
Something like that,
In the
yeah.
in the third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the game was, Fremantle won the first 10 minutes of every quarter,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much, and then they won
It just
the last
didn't happen
quarter.
in the last
Nah.
quarter. It
No,
just-
we
it just went on.
kept going. Yep.
And the only other thing on them is Kalshadi, like he stays in now. Right?
Oh, yeah,
He
he's
doesn't
so
go
good.
anywhere.
Mitch Lewis kicked another 5 in the 2.
Well,
so-
yeah, but that's like, you can't drop Kalshadi.
Nah, Deer stays in. I was doing some research on him. So he's had, I think this is his 19th game. He's now kicked multiple goals in 10 of his 19.
Yeah.
He just is somewhere
Yeah.
near the footy at all times.
He got
Did you see that
tired.
Connor McDonald one that he celebrated? That actually was Kelsh's goal, apparently.
Off his foot, was it?
Conor McDonald's kicked
The
it off,
soccer, yeah.
and gone around the boundary, and then about
What,
25
Deer's
minutes
taking
later,
three?
they changed it to Deer.
Oh, so Kelsey kicked 3, did he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they
I didn't
must,
even know
they
that.
must have gone back and allocated it.
Oh, geez, you're stiff if you're McDonald. That was a
Yeah.
good bit of play by
They
him.
catch-
It's
Deer
gone
get
around
goal
the
of the year.
boundary. They must have both kicked it at the same time or something.
No, because it went low towards Kelsey's foot.
It probably
Kelsey
bounced
was
off
where
somewhere.
Nick was, and it must have just
Bounced
hit him on
off.
the toe.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Geelong Cats. It's all about sometimes I think coaches can outsmart themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Who's been Geelong's best player over the last month?
Holmes.
Holmes by a million miles.
Yeah.
Playing in the midfield, centre bounces,
Hmm.
first quarter plays off halfback, does not go into a centre bounce, has 1 touch or 2 touches. Well, I think he had 1 touch with maybe a minute and a half before quarter time and then got a 1-2 or something. In. Like,
Hmm.
wasn't sided. Why would that happen? You know, like, why would that? Were they preparing for a Bedford or someone like that? But why wouldn't you just go?
Yeah.
And I know Bailey Smith was back.
But that doesn't matter. Like he's still
But he's been the best player of the last month, and so all of a sudden that game was getting. They started well, then it got out of control.
Yeah.
Their best player hadn't touched it, Max Holmes, and I was thinking, shit. Sometimes you're better just to get him going early in the game.
Yeah.
Now he's chasing his tail, so he was quiet. I found that unusual. Ended up doing a lot more centre bounces after quarter time. But the one bit I think Geelong are just going. So they lost to the Giants on the weekend, and you say that was convincing loss.
Yeah.
that was
Giants
convincing.
were very good. Yep.
They got smacked by the Lions.
Yep.
They've had a bye, and
Yep.
they've beaten Richmond over the last 4 weeks. So
Was it-
Yeah, okay.
Was there a chance? Sorry, just going back to that. Was there a chance they wanted that Stevens after his week last week? Said, "Well, you get first crack at it." But you don't do that for your bet. Like, you don't
not a top 8 clash like
muck
that.
around.
Having said that, and I'm not sold on Geelong. I don't think they are one of the main contenders. Obviously,
Ooh.
in the finals, you are a contender.
Wow, he's really out of them.
Yeah,
I
as soon
am.
as Tom Hawkins out of the building.
I know.
Joel
I-
Selwood's out of the building.
I am. Hey, stay with
He's
me
David
though.
King in them.
Their run
He's David
home.
King in them.
No, their run home. St Kilda, North, Port,
Yeah.
Essendon,
Yeah.
Sydney, Richmond. Not one
And
contender.
by that point, Sydney will be done.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, not one contender. They're going to just
Oh.
absolutely blast everyone's brains out.
even
on
if
the
they
run
have
home.
a slip up or two, it won't matter.
They're not going to slip up on any of them.
Nah.
None.
How
You-
many of them are in Geelong? Do you know? Or is that
Oh,
too much to ask? Okay.
Too much, but
Yeah. That's a.
you're going to do that. Did you
non-hangover
see?
stat.
Didn't Graham Corns do a whole column about how now that Chad's sacked, he can just rip in?
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's you and Geelong. Hawk's not there anymore.
No, I've
Fuck
been proven wrong about the Cats this year. I took
Yeah.
unders on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that podcast.
The over-unders.
Look,
It's going
you-
to be interesting.
I'm telling
You've
you,
gone well
it's
as shit.
good.
you
I
reckon?
don't know. I can't remember.
No, I've at least nailed my locks, but everything else, who knows?
He's just going to win 6-0
Oh,
on
Yeah,
locks,
yeah.
and we'll all get nothing.
You.
That wasn't me, is it?
Yeah, you,
okay,
mate.
cool. Let's go to Brisbane. Okay. Geez, they had the most professionally boring season of all time.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
When I wrote them off as a joke, they're still just as boring, but
it's
they're
still
just
so
good.
boring.
Yeah.
Shattering to see Ainsworth with the Achilles.
Oh, he's one of the ones when I did 6 weeks ago. Who had their career year.
Yeah.
He was having it.
I know. I really like him too. He's worked hard. Jared Berry's having a really good season. So
He's a better player than we give credit
tip
to.
of the cap
Yeah.
to Jared Berry. I know this is something that we shouldn't be doing during a season, but I'm like just looking forward to their team to go, right, what does it look like next year? Because we know what it looks like this year. It's boring and they winning games.
But even like Dunkley was huge on the weekend.
Yeah.
But Dunkley's not exciting.
No.
It's good
None
though.
of them are.
Yeah,
None of them are.
I do
So
enjoy it.
They've
Well,
got
next
3 or
year-
4 exciting players, but that's it.
Next year they add Oscar Allen and another top 3 pick.
Yes.
So here's what I was going to say. They're going to add a high kid in the door. Oscar Allen will almost certainly come in. So your forward line is suddenly him and
Put a number on that now. 99.
90.
yeah.
90.
No,
High
77.
90. Yeah, okay.
97.
Yeah. No, we like that.
He and Logan Morris will be the 2 keys, right? Because Fort,
Yes.
Oscar will be Fort.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a significant upgrade, no matter how you feel about Oscar Allen. Significant upgrade, and then
4 on 40, mate. He's a premiership player.
and then I think there's a pretty good chance there in the ruck market too for either Draper if they get him, maybe a Riley O'Brien if Draper goes to Adelaide.
I'd like to
instead.
see O'Brien up there.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too. Or even potentially a wild card Sean Darcy. We don't know how that's going to play out. Or there's just I think
Now, that
they're-
would be boring midfield. Big Sean Darcy
I
in there
just think they're
lumbering
going to be
around.
shopping hard for a ruck that can get them through the next 3 to
See,
5.
but I think you can get one of them out of the state leagues.
No, they went for Lockie McAndrew actually at Adelaide, and he's extended there. So I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't think you need to be playing at the top end of that pool if you're
I
Brisbane.
don't know about the state league thing when you're in contention. I think you need someone who's got some miles on the body.
Maybe you've been through the pro. Well, that's why I like that.
I think you can do that if you're like
Essendon.
rebuilding or coming through the middle. Yes. So yeah, we feel pretty good about him going forward too. I reckon.
It just, as you said, you tune in because they're professional.
They're
You know who
professionally
else
boring.
actually might now be having a career best year?
Who?
Fella wearing 16 on his back.
Oh, can you do another team?
Had
please?
23
Move
2
on,
goals
move
his
on.
I'm just saying, just keep track.
was a low
Okay,
bar.
Western Bulldogs. So Aaron Norton is on track now to have his best goal tally in 3 years. This is a little bit of a vibey question with some backup research.
go on.
So he's kicked 36 so far this year. He passed last year's tally, which was 35 already. And then the year before that was 44 and 51. What do you need from Aaron Norton for the Dogs to be a top 4 side?
No, it's just what he's doing right now.
Yeah, because he was no good for a while. For a long stretch.
He was the worst contract in football by a million miles.
He's
9
Now-
years or whatever.
And I forgot he's only 25.
Yeah, Sam Taylor's
Is that
age.
right?
Yeah, I thought he was 28, 29.
So because he burst on pretty early.
Yeah.
That game, remember when Hardwick said Jesus couldn't stop him out there or something
Yes.
like that? And he kicked
that was
7 or 8.
talking about
He became the astronaut. He was flying. He's on the back page of the
Yeah.
paper.
talking about badly timed contracts. I think he signed the extension 2 days
That's
before
right.
that game.
He did. He had. Yeah.
Yeah, but I do feel like 9 years was overs though.
Yeah,
I
he
think-
might have got it right.
I
with
feel
it.
like I can't imagine him sitting there going, shit, we might go back and renegotiate this one.
I think what we've seen from him is that he's not a number 1 guy. And I don't think he ever was going to be, but he's a great number 2 guy.
I thought he was going to be a 1.
I think we
Yeah,
thought for
yeah,
a moment
yeah.
he was, but he's not. So Darcy being number 1, as in terms
Yeah,
of the
of course.
back line,
Great.
how do we need to
Yep.
stop? Norton gets forgotten, and he can fly around and do Norton stuff. And,
He's been the best forward in the comp over the last 3 weeks.
and most of those goals
well,
he
yes,
kicked.
10 in the last 2 weeks.
Well, most of those goals were very early in the game. Like he was
Kicked 4,
Yeah,
in,
but
the
still,
four
yeah.
in the first.
Still got
half.
to kick him.
Yeah, you still have to kick him. But no, he's been good. But that's the thing, right? He's a number 2 guy.
Yeah.
And he's a really good number 2 guy. So they're now set. Darcy and Norton, that's your keys. Jamara's going to go.
Yeah, Jamara.
So there's
Yes.
your 2 guys.
And you only need 2 because 3 can become a bit confusing.
Get 2.
and- yeah.
Correct.
Get some small blokes running around.
Rip around. Little Riley West.
Yeah, and then you have the resting ruck if you need a second one.
Yeah.
Tell you what though, Bont, who
Bont,
I wasn't critical of, as we say he's the best or second best player in the comp
Mm.
regularly, but he moved far better on the weekend.
Yes.
When he bounced the ball out on wings and stuff, he led up, from half forward to half
He
back
looked
to
like
help.
Bont.
He looked fresher. He looked like a mover. He looked like he was going to charge home towards the end of the season.
Yeah, could be.
But
a good
they need to take a scalp. That's
What's
what they
funny
need to
now,
do.
like they've got Brisbane this week at the Gabba.
Yeah, no, they need to take a scalp. All right, Sydney Swans, come on. Can we get around to Grundy being All-Australian yet?
Yeah,
Righto.
yeah.
Come on.
Why you hate Grundy?
Why do you hate Grundy? Is it his hair?
What did he do to you?
I don't hate him.
You don't like him riding his
The
moped
first half
to
of the
work?
year was an absolute shitbag.
You don't like his
second
moped?
half has been really good.
Well, yeah, but
because he's into
So he's-
graffiti
so
and
we give
Rhino
him-
used to have to scrub the back wall
yeah.
of the
Can we give
carousel
him
of
half
McDonald's.
a jacket and
Yes.
match the other half of the
No,
jacket? Like, how are we
no.
doing this?
No, he's the best, mate.
He's the best.
He's
He's
had the
best
most
right now.
He's had the most prolonged good period No ruck has been excellent all year.
You guys have such recency bias. You're such like a new generation.
No, we don't.
I'm
We
just going to
don't.
get in. I'm going to
Man,
go straight
46 hit-outs for 20 touches.
on. Yeah, he was very good on the weekend.
Again.
Yes.
So who do you still want ahead of him?
I reckon he's now in the conversation with Gawn and Sherry.
Gawn's been not great.
No, Sherry's not in the conversation. He's not in it.
He was early.
Yeah, he's not now.
You can't just say now Grundy's
But you're saying
in
Grundy.
and
You're
those-
saying Grundy was shit at the start of the year.
Yeah.
What do you call it? A bucket load of shit.
Yeah.
So
Shit bucket.
in terms of
Shit bag?
in terms of like
Shit
champion data,
Oh, here we go. You're
from
friends.
round 4 onwards.
No, we know that you can't count the champion.
No, but that's what they do with Max. That's what you do with Sherry.
That's not the stat to go to.
That's what you do with
They do
champion
love
data.
Ruckman.
They do.
No,
Well,
basically every player rating system loves Ruckman.
Ruckman, it's horrible.
It doesn't matter how you do
But
it.
in terms of the way when he started scoring in champion data, round 4. So he wasn't that shit. He had from round 4 onwards, he's scored over 100.
Where's our man?
20 every
Where's
game.
our mailbag man on
Luke.
the rucks?
Yeah, he texted
Friggin-
me.
I need Luke.
He flew into the DMs actually over the
Did
weekend.
he?
He flew over for the Hawthorn v Freo game, and he asked where he should go for a little lubrication
Where'd you
pre-game.
tell
I
him?
said at Campfield because then you can sit and watch the ruckman drive in pre-game.
Geez, you really stretch the brain muscles, Camfield.
Yeah, well, there's nowhere else to have a drink.
Bar 100 metres across.
There is nowhere else to have a drink before a game.
Well,
If you
East
go on the
Perth's got
train
the
line,
Royal
mate.
over there. It's not
Yeah.
bad.
There's a lot of like spots along the train line. You have the beers there.
Lot of
you
the
come
Subi
on.
hotels.
He'd be
saying.
sitting out there.
Yeah.
A lot of those sort of...
Fat brewing.
Yeah, with your beard.
Oh,
They'd
yeah.
all have beards out there.
Indie looking dick. Just quickly,
Vaping.
before we do
they
go.
could be vaping out the
Nah,
front.
not a
I heard
vapor.
Leon Cameron on the radio yesterday talking about the importance of a forward coming to Sydney. I found it interesting. He made it interesting that he mentioned bums on seats is important when recruiting. Like they were talking
Yeah.
about, we need to have the
Is it Jamara?
maybe
Yeah,
Plugger,
Yeah.
Bud.
but the Bud, Barry Hall, Plugger,
Who else?
Kappa.
I know that-
Kappa.
They've
Like,
always done
they've
it.
always had one.
Charlie Curnow. Ooh, throwing it out there.
Okay.
All right, breaking
Really?
stories. Okay.
Just put that in the bag in case that actually comes true for some reason. All right.
Have you got a story you want to break either? by the way?
He's off.
Any Kit
Hey,
Kats?
Dave, is there anything floating around? Give us a little bone right now.
I'm moving on to Port Adelaide.
Oh, no bonus today.
They were wildly inaccurate. They showed why they're not a top 8 side. Do you know what? I can't do this. Let's bullet them.
Oh, no.
Wait, who'd you bullet?
Port was a shit win.
They won, though.
They won a game, mate.
I'm playing West Coast.
Their captain, what's their captain done?
All right, fine. We'll do it.
Yeah,
we'll
do it. Do it.
Dislocated
Do it.
finger for Rosie,
Yeah.
probably. They're checking for a crack in their hand. Horn Francis finally got energised because he was playing Harley.
Yes.
So he
Yeah.
looked like,
Yeah.
I remember I'm actually good and I want
I'm
to have
actually
a crack
better than
here.
everyone.
Yeah. Just
Credit to
almost
Harley
the
for
same
getting him
person.
started. I suppose I'll ask this question. So we saw Jace Burgoyne recruiting Wanganeen Miller, saying
Yeah.
we could have some fun, right?
Yeah.
And wouldn't that be fun? I was thinking if Wanganeen Miller goes to Port as opposed to staying at St Kilda. At St Kilda, he's the guy you're tagging, right? He's the guy, first magnet that the opposition
Yeah.
is going, how do we make sure he doesn't kill us?
Yeah.
He's not the first, he's
not,
the only.
But he's not that at Port Adelaide, is he? He's one of,
No, I still think he is.
but he's one of.
I think
St
yeah.
Kilda don't have a Butters or a Rosie. or
No,
a
they
Horn
don't. But I
Francis.
reckon Naz, fast forward 12 months, will be better than those two.
Yeah, but there's a conversation.
There's
as
a
Nick
conversation.
pointed out, at
Better
St
than
Kilda, you're not
Butters
going,
and
Rosie. No.
oh, but what about Hunter Clark?
Yeah.
Well, I did hear them talk about Naz yesterday, same Leon Cameron interview, and they mentioned Jordan and Campbell have been doing the run with stuff, and
Yeah.
they thought they'd see Nazire, and Leon was like, yeah, for bits and pieces, but who knows? They might pop in the middle and go to a McRae. I was like, we're not having the same conversations here.
He's trying to be clever.
Yes.
He's trying to be. See, this is the thing. I reckon if he goes there, he's probably going to have more fun playing footy.
Where do you'll have more fun, yes.
At either of the SL
Playing in
teams.
Adelaide would be cool.
Yeah.
Once your
Yeah.
team gets going, I reckon playing in Adelaide would be cool. What's your gut feel on it? Where do you think Nazire will be playing next year?
My gut's always that they stay, but
Yeah,
I don't have a
Jesus,
I don't have a
late in the
proper
year.
read.
Oh,
It is
getting
late.
late in the year.
It's late for a few players.
But what would Port 2 have to give up? That's the thing.
Yeah, quite a lot.
A lot.
A lot. Like everything.
Yeah.
Both clubs would have to give up everything.
Yeah.
But they're both, yeah. Oh, have Port decided what they are yet? Like whether they're.
Well, they're collecting stars, apparently. So you're going to have 5 really good players.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm watching.
everyone else.
All else.
I am watching.
Sorry, Josh.
I am watching Port though.
Like to see
If they're
what
on
they do.
TV,
Because of the 5
yeah,
guys.
because of the 5.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
So
true.
they'll have Butters, Rosie, Horn Francis, Wanganeen Miller, Georgiades,
Georgiades,
and
yeah.
probably Burgoyne and Bergman.
Yeah.
7 guys.
Joe Barry.
They're in at the AFL today saying that there's too many players on the field. We need to go back to AFL 9s.
AFL 9s.
Bring it back
They
in.
were playing
Bring it
AFL
back.
9s.
They win the flag.
They'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, they win the flag.
Didn't they win? They won one of the
That'd be
first
a good
AFL
idea.
X tournaments,
We
didn't
should
they?
do an AFL 9s team. Like, come
AFL
up with-
9s team of the year.
Yeah, I like that. No, each team gets 9.
Oh, yeah. That's a good
All right.
one. All right, let's go to... I was going to bullet. Oh, I got a couple of bullet options. All right,
Well,
no,
I
we didn't
reversed the
bullet. Okay,
bullet.
St Kilda bullet.
I shot it into the air.
Speaking of the other side, I was only going to talk about Wank Dean Miller. It's the only thing to talk about at St Kilda.
That's a cop
Bullet.
out.
Okay, so over to me then. Let's go to North Melbourne. Tristan Sherry, who we just spoke about being All-Australian and whatnot. What happens with that incident with
It's weird, isn't it? 'Cause
Sparrow?
it's just a little...
That's a tough one.
He's out cold as you'll ever get. And
Yeah.
let's do a two-party here because one part we didn't talk about is also in the Bulldogs, the Sam Darcy hit on
they're
Butts
just-
that punctured his
Yes.
But
lung. or
they
what?
just think that's what punctured his lung.
Yeah,
don't
But
they?
that one's all clear.
Yeah, that all clear, all clear.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that is an internal injury, and we're like, bad
That's
luck.
fine,
That's
yeah.
fine. But it's not really, Sherry, I don't think, was trying to knock out his opponents.
I think if, how do I say this? I think if concussion and head injuries weren't such a litigious issue going forward, I think we would have the same across the board. So these hits were fine.
Yeah.
I'm saying fine, quotation, back in the 90s, right? We were just like, oh, geez, he's tough. He got up. And
Yeah.
most of them you wouldn't get bans for. But now you're getting bans. And the bans are coming because protect their head, which is about player safety, but it's also about protecting the AFL going forward from lawsuits.
But it's you don't really see someone asleep.
But a punctured lung or whatever is
It
just
was
like,
a punctured
that's-
lung or something.
yeah,
Like. He's still in
Whatever.
still in
Same with
hospital.
Petrarca, right? Oh, that's tough. It's footy.
Yeah.
So we're allowed to still be tough in that
I'm-
sense,
and
but
I'm
we're not allowed to
for
be tough in the head sense.
I'm not for 1 second saying Darcy should have been suspended. Not
No.
like 0-0-0. But it was an
yeah.
injury was a result of a hit a mile off the play.
Yeah, it's the last.
He's still in hospital.
Those injuries are the last bastion of true toughness. in the AFL.
Sherry, sorry, really
Internal
quickly.
bleeding,
What are we
all
thinking?
good. He'll probably cop it.
A fine.
You think a
I
fine?
hope.
I think he's going to get. He's
Yeah.
going to get weeks.
I've already traded him.
Have you?
Yeah.
Preemptive.
He's gonna get weeks.
Jeez.
He's been going like shit anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
He's no Brody Grundy.
No.
Okay.
He traded him
True.
to Brody Grundy.
No, I didn't have the cash.
Far too expensive.
Another big week for me too, actually. Top 400
Overall.
Really?
in the week, yeah.
Good on you. I'm going the other way.
Yeah, no.
I'm Rosie as captain.
My brother had Nick Martin, so that went even worse.
I don't feel so bad now. All right, let's do Essendon. Oh, my God. It was disgusting. And it was at the same time, I had a cigarette.
loved it.
I had a cigarette after watching. I was like, Essendon, this is exactly what I want you to do. It was like the Mona Lisa of performances for an Essendon team that needs to be dog shit. And you know what? I'm going next level from here.
Right.
First thing I do today, walking in, Brad Scott, I got a ticket in my hand to Hawaii and I'm handing it to Zach Merritt.
Guts
I said,
up.
mate, go guts up, Longmuir style.
Guts up in the Bahamas.
Get some sun, go for a training run every now and then, but we don't want to see you. We want to see you till pre-season starts. Go relax.
Yes.
Back pocket. You heard about the back pocket? It's really
now-
vibey position now. Everybody wants to
I
do
was
it.
all in on that performance. This is more of it.
Well, but also, I don't want to, always gamble responsibly.
Yes.
The line against the Giants this weekend, 37 points. This might be the closest to 100 we're going to get all season.
Where is that game?
Under the lid.
Oh,
jeez.
They're going to get
The tsunami.
They are going to get
might
slaughtered.
actually been
So-
an actual tsunami.
Yes.
Have you got? I just want to see again. What are Archie Roberts' odds for?
No, I've
rising
written down
star?
Archie Roberts.
What
Shout
can he-
out.
$7. I
Yeah,
think.
shout out.
$7. How can he not?
So
he'd
now-
be the best. Like he'd be in the top 3 in that consideration. Like with what he's done.
It has to be in the top 5.
I think it's just because
minimum.
it's such a shit team and nobody's
yeah.
watching.
Will Setterfield and Nick Martin now both done for the year. Nick Martin, that sucks. ACL. 3 guys running around in the twos who I reckon can already, they might as well go to Hawaii. Archie Perkins, Jade Gresham, Dylan Shield, they're done. That means they're done, right?
Yes.
If you're not playing in this Essendon team, they have no players. Your senior players, that's it. Their papers have been stamped.
Have you seen?
yeah.
You guys
Would
get
you give
Scotty
any of those
Hottie?
another crack? If you're Archie Perkins,
Oh yeah, you just because you invested so much in him, you have to give it another year.
if you're a team down the bottom, you're like, let's just have a look.
You're having a look.
Let's have a look.
I've never seen it.
West Coast?
Just adding to the problems.
At piling on.
You guys get Scotty the Hottie content on TikTok or Instagram? Big Essendon fan.
What are you following?
Well, I've never heard of Scotty the Hottie in my life.
What are you mate? You know Scotty the Hottie.
Is he good? He's probably one of those accounts that pops up in
He just
my
loves the Bombers.
Oh, is this the bloke who was
Big
banging
red
Jade
beard.
Gresham or something?
Yeah, he's like, oh, they're good Essendon players. And Jade Gresham.
Okay, who's up?
Me. All right. Carlton. So there's Tom de Koning stuff at the moment. And I don't know where Carlton, I know where Carlton are trending. It's down.
Oh, yeah.
Well and truly.
But do they, with where they're going and everything, I know you'd love to have Tom de Koning, but is Mark Pitnet sneakily a good enough ruckman for a lot of sides?
So are you saying if de Koning leaves, just
It's not
let
like
Pitnet drive the car next year?
Well, yeah, I think he does because there's no one else there.
I think
but I just think like
they'll recruit.
You can let him.
You reckon?
I think Mark Pitnet's a good ruckman.
No, he's not a good ruckman.
He's good enough.
You think he might be a bit like a Lloyd Meek?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who was bashing.
How old is Pitnet?
No, sorry. Was bashing
he's
away in
coming
the
towards
twos,
But just
moved
stayed
clubs
there.
and just
stayed there.
Yeah.
Because he was a Hawthorn for 5 minutes, wasn't
Yeah.
I think Mark Pitnet can get you through a season in that like he's not in the elite tier of ruckman, but he's in that.
So if you're Carlton,
good Bs.
hold on, if you're Carlton and you think, all right, we lost to Koning, but we got some stuff for it, and we've got what we've got.
He's
We
29.
can play finals next year because
They can't play finals.
Pitnet's our guy. Mate,
Pitnet
they will be thinking that next year they can bounce.
Oh, I know.
They are in that trap.
delusion era.
Jagger Smith.
Yeah, off an ACL.
Yeah, he's the
here
one.
he comes.
Adding Jagger in.
And they've already given away a pick this year, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, I think they're trending downwards. I think you might as well just let Mark Pitnet take control and find a ruck
I
along
think
the
you're
way.
overthinking Pitnet as
Yeah.
an option there.
I think he's.
No,
I think
I know what
he's
you're
a
saying.
good enough
It's a Darcy
ruckman.
Fort. He's that
he's
sort
good
of
enough.
areas.
I think the bigger question is, do they need to go to Tom de Koning and say, mate, are you going? Because if you're going, we're not going to play you.
Well, they're still going to play him.
I'd
Why?
play him.
Why not?
Is
Well,
he free?
you said the same thing about Oscar Allen.
Is he free?
Just put him in, get
Is he
the
free agent?
Toyota
Yeah.
and park it up.
Park him.
All right?
Yeah.
Because
But I think
that
they're
Camry's worth a lot of money.
again, they're different.
Yeah.
And again,
Clubs are
they're
in
gonna
different
get a-
positions.
But
Wait,
you're saying they would prefer to keep him.
Well, I'd keep him for $1 million. I wouldn't keep him for 1.7.
No.
In the same theory of your Oscar Allen
Park it.
Toyota Parker.
Yeah.
Park him.
Park him. Park him.
Get the compensation pick.
Especially when you see him with knee tapes and shin tapes and all
He's
sorts
also
of
not
business.
playing that well.
No,
is
he's
he?
not playing well.
Yeah,
It's
well,
not
this
like
is
he's
the
tearing
thing.
the AFL
No,
apart.
no, he's not. Melbourne, I've got Melbourne and I'm running out of things to talk about. But Jake Melksham again.
Oh, yeah.
Another 5-piece.
Genuinely happy for Jake Melksham. Like, because Stephen May, when he punched him,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
I just want Jake Melksham to succeed at life.
Just
Now
I'm
they-
all in on Melksham.
would you rather Melksham punch Steve May though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
so.
is it a bit of a Monster situation going on at the moment where Jade Milk he's taken all of Stephen May's talent
He's kicked,
and he's just like put it in a ball and
he's
away
kicked
he
12
goes.
in the last 3 games. No, it's a lie. Sorry, he's kicked 14 in the last 3
Yeah.
games.
He's on fire.
5-4.
He's always been a guy. I think I said earlier in the year about my Melbourne multi, I was like, Melksham always bobs up and kicks 1.
Not
He's
14.
been bobbing up and kicking 6.
Yeah, 5-4-5
Amazing.
is his
And then-
last
is
few
that
weeks.
right?
And then how many?
5-4-5.
There's a heap of behinds too. Like how many scoring shots
We
total?
yeah,
kicked
yeah.
6 lines in that first.
He's a handy forward. He's always been.
Yeah, but
Could
Melbourne.
could he get you something?
Well, if you're
Could he get you
contending,
could he get you a second round pick? Or are we
No.
just
no.
free hit?
Zero value.
But it'd be more like if someone's contending and wants that type and thinks he can add value.
But do you think about like we're talking about Sydney and the key forwards to put bums on seats?
it's not
Maybe
just
it's
Melksham.
Melksham.
Melbourne, Melbourne
You're
haven't
driving
really
out of
got
Sydney
anyone.
Airport, there's Jack
Yeah.
Melksham in a Swans jumper.
Those big choppers.
Yeah.
I don't think he's it, but I'll tell you what, he's playing some good football.
This is a one for later in the week, but that Carlton Melbourne game might be the most depressing game of the year.
Anything Essendon and Carlton are in at the moment.
That would be the most depressing.
Yeah, that would be.
Although I'm all in on the Essendon lean in.
I'm not so far in now because it's out of their control, all the ACLs.
Yeah, but that's part of the lean in. Lean
Yeah,
in.
but
The world told you. Because if it wasn't all those injuries, they'd still be trying to win every second week. And
yeah.
we might finish.
So you take
eighth.
30,
No, you won't. You
30
won't.
years and the football gods have had enough.
We argued about it last week. I still cannot see how they have any primetime games.
Not next year. They have to be buried. They have to be buried.
They have to be buried
Buried.
today. Gone.
Underground.
They should not be allowed to play on the MCG. Save the turf. I'm going to start a campaign. Save the turf for the good teams.
Just ask Richmond if you can play at Punt Road.
Vic
Yeah.
Parkham.
Vic
Wander
Park.
them up to Vic Park.
Vic Park. Where's the hangar? Play them at the hangar.
at half
Inside.
time
Play
on the
indoors if
weekend.
you want.
At halftime on the weekend, Dylan should have come out and said, hey, sorry, guys, this has been an absolute load of shit. We've got 15 minutes off now. Pack your bags up. We're going to go to Vic Park.
Can I just clarify, when you call him Dylan, Nick and I do not encourage that behaviour because I have a lot of respect for him.
Beat that out, Joshy. Joshy, beat that out, actually, because I don't know why I say that. I do say Dylan McAndrews.
Dylan McAndrews was better. You've now to Dylan McAndrews.
Dylan McAndrews. Okay. So beep that out would be nice.
Dildo Baggins.
And I'll go back to Dylan McAndrews.
You got it on your mind. Let's go to Richmond. Well, hats off to them. I mean, it was the worst game of footy maybe anyone's ever seen. Did you see the Herald Sun?
No.
They had like someone, I think it was Brendan Gale, might have screenshotted the first 5 pars. And the way they described the game was perfect. If you haven't seen it, go and have a read. Brendan Gale was basically saying, up the Tigers, we won anyway. But it was just good. It was like, that was an abomination.
It was so bad.
It was the worst game of football. It was awful. And it was at the same time as probably the top 3 game from the year.
Yeah, fair.
So it was pretty awesome to watch the other game. Jaden Short, safe pair of hands. I watched this back, and I'll admit I watched it on double speed.
Yeah,
it was hard to watch. But Jaden Short looked
disposals,
good. Yeah, Taranto, it was like he'd looked around at the first bounce and went, I'm the biggest kid in the schoolyard. I might as well just have a game here. So he was very good. Nick Vlosten, 250.
Have we spoken about Nick Vlosten on this podcast enough?
I don't think so.
No,
I
don't think
what
he's
I was going to say.
Like Tom Stewart will end with 7 All-Australians or something.
Yeah.
Nick Vlosten will end with 0.
Yeah.
I thought he was Australian.
It was a close one, yeah. It might have been
Through
squad.
that 2019 or something.
Might have been squad.
But I don't think they're that big a difference between those two players.
You really aren't in on Tom Stewart, though.
I'm not in on him, but
I'm
I'm
pretty
more
out on him.
I'm more in on Nick Vlosten's career than what I think.
So
he's been huge.
He's now 14th all time on the Richmond list. But he's only 31, so I reckon
Oh,
300.
no, he doesn't have an All-Australian.
No. And he's finished in the best and fairest. He's finished 2nd once, 3rd once, 4th twice.
Yeah, he's that kind of player, isn't he? That they love.
Yeah.
He'll get to 300, I reckon. He's only 31. So what's that, 3 more seasons?
There's no
more
one
years.
pushing him out. They need a big...
you're going to need a
Need with
couple
the
of those
kids.
guys.
Yeah, no,
You're
he
gonna need a
stays.
couple of those
He
guys.
stays.
And he's reliable as an old
Very
pair of
reliable.
boots.
No, I like him.
Nah, big fan of Nick Vlosten. Always have been.
That wasn't meant to be a canny of Tom Stewart either, by the way. I'm just saying.
It's a little drive-by.
I think Vlosten's a very good player and maybe doesn't been given
And another
credit.
tick on that Hawthorn kid. Like some of the stuff he was doing was great.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like just a little whippet. There's Sam Switkowski, fast twitch.
Siren went, Nick.
No more
Siren
Richmond.
went. West Coast Eagles. Am I crazy to think Harley Reid's actually had a pretty good second year?
He's had a Brody Grundy second half.
No,
He's
not,
not
not,
in the
not,
second
not
half.
Brody
First
Grundy's
half-
been exceptional.
No, but
Yeah,
I'm
not
saying
Brody
first
Grundy.
half crap bag.
You hate Brody Grundy.
First half crap bag. Second
crap
half outstanding.
But I think in the
Hold on,
first...
hold on, hold on,
What are you talking
hold on,
about?
hold on,
So you're saying
hold on,
Brody Grundy's outstanding
Hold on,
now?
hold on. Pulling back from
For half a
outstanding.
season.
Good
Better.
second half. Good
Better.
second. Yes.
Yeah.
Contributed.
Better.
Had some good moments.
Yeah, I just think he's playing in a shit side. He's obviously the best player in that midfield, so he's copping everything.
Yeah.
And he's still come out of it averaging 18 disposals, which is kind of his 18 to 25 is that kind of player.
He would have had a far
sweet spot.
better start to the season. A, if he'd been fitter, but B,
Yes.
if Elliot Yeo had been fit. So those two things contributed to him having to really feel his way through that start
Yeah,
of the
and
year.
there's a bit on him for that coming back.
That's on him to start the year.
But you're going to
100%.
learn that. I still think like if you take a step back from everything that's going on, you're like, okay, that's pretty good.
This
second
is
year.
the most important preseason for him so far because he needs to come back in unbelievable shape.
Yeah.
He needs to come back focused.
Come back.
And it's a big, well,
Needs
that's
to
the
come
other
back.
question. That's the other question. He needs to make some decisions because you can't just keep leaving it because it's just going to get noisier and noisier. So you have to do one thing or the other.
And he can bank that. You know, people saying, oh, now he has to stay because he's teasing Horn Francis for sticking it out for 1 year. Well, you can argue we've done 2.
Yeah,
I did 2 or 3.
Just what about just while we're on West Coast, the Jack Graham stuff? How'd that play out?
Ugh.
It just was a tweet that popped up. I just find the punishments
was
very inconsistent as well.
Yeah. So the AFL put out a release, which is out yesterday.
Friday?
Yesterday, yeah.
Was it yesterday?
Yesterday morning. So Graham,
Did you have a sniff of that going on at all?
no, I don't think anyone did.
No.
It just was there, which
Because he
is
just self-reported.
hats off to
and-
multiple clubs. So he self-reported to West Coast. They sat on
Did
it
he
for
did
a
he
day or
self-report
so.
for a fear that the
I
Giants were
don't-
going to report?
I don't know. I don't know. And then West Coast contacted GWS
Yeah.
and went, hey, this has happened, talked through it. And then it got to a point where they went, we've got to go to the AFL about this one. So then they go to the AFL, and then they don't find out about the suspension until Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh,
He was in Adelaide.
he was in Adelaide,
Yeah.
ready to go. So
They
Adelaide boy.
flew a guy
He's
out
from
late,
there.
didn't they?
Yeah. What was that?
They flew someone out, Tom Gross or something, like late.
Tom Gross, didn't end up playing, obviously. And then, I don't know. Look, the 4 games is a lot.
But the punishments last year, the Youngstown Kilda,
Will
the
Power-
Collard got 6.
Will Power got 5.
Five.
Finlayson got 3.
Yeah, and then
There's no consistency.
I have a feeling that the Graham one could have been higher had he not done the
Self-reported.
self-reporting and shown
Right.
genuine remorse.
yeah,
But yeah, it's
Just got to do a course.
it's
now,
not
don't
great.
Everybody
don't
do a
know.
course.
No, it's horrible.
it's awful.
Yeah.
But a lot of just posting the statement. I got a lot of replies.
You did. I haven't been
Not
on social
not
media. I'm
at
just saying
me,
it.
but
Well,
at the
part
situation.
you're part of the
What
woke
was
mafia.
suggesting what?
And I always just say that 3/4 of those people were having a crack. Oh, it's just a word. Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Cool, man.
come
Yeah.
on. Come on.
Yeah, I got no idea what
We gotta be
said
better.
or what happened. Yeah,
We have to be better.
Yeah. I think that's we all done.
Oh, yeah.
done.
We are brought to you by Tab Touch. Got the touch? Download the Tab Touch app today. Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. Thanks for listening to the Hardball Gets AFL show. We'll see you tomorrow for the questions. Catch you then.